Alright, you masters, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today we're going to talk how can you get additional water during your bug out or with the means of your bug out bag. What are the best things that you can take more water in case there are points where you're not sure if there are water sources that will fill you up, or for when you're traveling in a group, something bigger, some bigger container that is available for most preppers. So yeah, but before we start, if you're interested in detective stories, I wrote the first part of an 11-part series. It's called Bloody Crosses. It's in Dutch. If you're interested, it will be down in the description. So there are several things one can do to gain additional water because, like I said, sometimes you do not really know where the next water source will be, and you cannot only and especially during the summertime, you cannot always count on rain and others like dew to get your additional water. And another thing is sometimes you just need more water if you're going to take shelter, especially when you're on a bug out with more persons. Sometimes you need some additional water for hygiene, washing up, cleaning your tools, and so on, so on. So if you just have a metal field bottle that you're already going to need for drinking, yeah, that could be could be a problem. So I've taken a few options that you can use. First, I'll show you the options that you can put in your bug out bag that are, to my opinion, the best ones to use. And then we're going to show you improvised ones for to improvise. So one of the first things that one would think is uh, field buckets. It is just some sort of a PVC bucket. As you can see, I filled it up already. But the problem with these things are you got to make sure that it's it's sturdy, that it's just not some flimsy plastic that will rip at the first tweak that puncture that starts to poke it. So yeah, and another benefit is this contains 10 liters of water, so you can not only carry it on a hook on your bug out bag in case you really need, but it will splash out a lot. But if there is still inside of it additional water, especially during the summertime, then it's always welcome. Another thing you can do with this is, as you can see, the top is open, so you can use it to wash your clothes in, wash your socks in, wash your hands, use it to for shaving, washing yourself. So that's already a good use of it. You can fold it up, and it will only be flatter than, and it will only be this big, and this is thick. And yeah, it's very sturdy. This particular model. So yeah, I would say it's good to have one of these foldable buckets in your bug out bag. But there's one thing we'll have to notice about this is if you're going to fill it with water, it's when there is no, the water will make it big right now, so it's now steady. But the less water it is, the less sturdy it is, the more chance it will collapse on itself when the water is not pushing outside. So yeah, that's something you need to be careful for. But I would say get one of these, especially when you're in a group, so everybody can wash and use it for other means, and yeah, for cooking and such. So yeah, a foldable PVC or leather bucket is a lightweight solution, very compact to put in your bug out bag. I would surely advise to do that. Next thing is the Kelly kettle. I've made a video already about the Kelly kettle. That is one of the best cookers there is to take on a hike or during a bug out, because you only need a handful of wood to make it boil, not only boil water, but also cook whatever it is. As you probably know, the Kelly kettle is like a cone mantle where in this particular model there is 1.6 liters of water in it. So if you're going to carry a Kelly kettle in your bug out bag, you can practically just fill it up with water, and then you have already an additional 1.6 water, and it's already you can already start to cook whenever you want, because this need to be filled with water to cook. So that's the only downside of it. But yeah, 1.6 liters water with something that you probably are going to use and need during a bug out, especially when you're in a group, I would say Kelly kettle is a very good option for that. And Next thing is one of these collapsible. Instead of this, in contrary to the foldable bucket, this is a closed system. So as you can see, uh, it has a tap on the front, and what you do is I'm not going to fill it up because I wanted to show you how it looks like when it's not folded up. As you can see, when it fills up with water, it it will start to get bigger, and you get like 15 liters of water inside of this bucket. And you can the benefit of it, you can close it off, and you can use it to tap water from it whenever you want it. When I was traveling with hiking with some friends in Scotland, we used this to get extra water during that we collected in the nearby shelter. Uh, and yeah, everybody could use it to cook, for cleaning and such. But there is only one downside to this, and that is I do not really trust the nature of the plastic of this, because it's very prone to cracking when you fold it up in a difficult way. And you got also the tap of it. It's made out of plastic bits, and it's if you're going to do some wild hiking, it's very prone to start to leak or break or rupture. So this is handy if you are traveling with a bug out vehicle more than by foot. I'm going to. So yeah. So while it's it's closed instead of in contrary to the foldable bucket, this is only handy when you really are going to be very careful with it, or traveling with a bug out vehicle like a bike or a cart or a car. So yeah, I'm really skeptical about this to take it on a wild bug out scenario. So that's something that you need to see in the moment itself. Next thing is those are the options that I would put in your bug out bag. But now I'm going to show you some improvised ways. If you see, this is a shamak, and if you hear it, it's filled with water. But how is it filled with water? I'm going to open it. I need to be very careful with this. As you can see, this is a condom that I filled with water and closed it off. So if you find a water source and you think you need you think you need water, but yeah, you're not sure about it, you can just improvise, fill a condom with water, make a knot in the top, and yeah, be very careful with it. That's the reason, also the reason why I put this in the shamak, because now the shamak will protect it against the movement. It will stop up from rupture, give some minimal protection against rupture and such. So yeah, the only downside is, because you make a knot in the condom, you can only, yeah, you will not open it again. You cannot close it off again. So it's a one-time use thing to put in a pot or a mug or some other way. You puncture it really with a fine hole, and you use it on the like that in this regards. But for an improvised way, this is an acceptable improvised way. So what you can do with this is you can knot this together and use it as a sling, and be very carefully that you have nothing against making some friction that it will start to rupture. So be very carefully with this, but it's a good alternative. And one more thing I want to say, because I fucked it up the first time I tried this, and that is, how much water can you take with this? I would say this is the basic that you can take. My rule is, as long as you see the tip of the condom like this, you can keep. Then it's good. But from the moment it starts so big that this will start to be filled, that this will start to be filled. Uh, More than this, I would not recommend, because it will be very prone to rupture. And I earlier fucked it up before I made this video. I wanted to see how much I can fill it up, and if you do it more than this, then there is a big chance that it will rupture. Yeah, my kitchen is full of water right now, so I have to clean it up in after making this video. But this is, in my rule of thumb, the most volume of water that you can put in a condom and carry it on a safe way. So yeah, but be very carefully for rupturing. But yeah, that's a good use of a improvised way to use a condom. Even if you have condoms that are over their expiring date, they can be used in this regard, I would say. So you do not have to throw them away. Next thing is, we all know, if you got plastic bags in your bug out bag, you can improvise them as the same way as a condom. Make a knot in it as a improvised water bag. Or if you find plastic bags in the nature, because humans are scum and they throw their litter everywhere in the world. So there is always perhaps some plastic bags blowing by the wind in nature. So yeah, that's also a way to improvise a water carrying bag. The same thing goes for other things. Uh, the yeah, we all know the emergency blankets that are just this big, and probably every prepper has them in their first aid kit. Well, the same thing you can use to. I would advise to fold it double, and then you can turn this also in a improvised water bottle, like I did with the condom and the plastic bag. So your emergency blanket can be used as a way to store water, or to, perhaps if you're in a camp, near a camp, you can put some blocks of wood, logs, and use it as a like a small bathtub to collect the water that everyone can use and filter it. Yeah, that's another thing I want to mention. If you're going to carry additional water, it can be dirty water that you can use in all of these things. But if you're going to use it for drinking, purify it first. If you're going to use it for hygiene, put some chlorine tablets or purification tablets in it. Yeah, that's something that I forgot to say. And there are other things that you find in nature of waste. Water bottles, especially if they got the top, if they have the top, you can use them to carry more water. And yeah, hopefully you do not throw it away. Another thing, if you have one of those jars, those are also things that you can find. Plastic bags, especially like this ice cream box, you can, especially if they are lit, close it off, put it in your bag, and be careful that it will not rupture open. And even just a soda can that you can find. If you're going to take soda cans, you it can be very annoying that water will spill on top of it if you're going to put it in a bag or in a sling made out of your shamak. So what you can do is put something in a hole. So you can take a pine cone and twist it inside of it, and there is much less chance that water will. What don't get me wrong, water will spill out of it, none regard of that. But even if it's half filled with water, that's still some water that you can use to survive. It is about survival. It is not about glamping. It is just pure survival information. um, I think I'm through. So yeah, this was just a small video on how you can carry additional water or improvise additional water during a bug out or a hike. So I hope you learned something from this. It gave you some ideas. If you have any other ideas that you can improvise from things that preppers usually have in their bug out bags, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.